All right, very good. Good morning, everyone. I'm Marianne McClary. Thanks for joining us on this Election Day morning. Well, after about a year and a half of rallies, debates, and controversies, the campaign is just about over. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump spent the last hours before the polls opened this morning to reach as many voters as possible in key states. CBS's Weijia Jiang has the latest from New York.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump held dueling midnight rallies in a last-ditch effort to sway undecided voters in key states. We got each other. Lady Gaga and John Bon Jovi joined Clinton at a rally in Raleigh, North Carolina, a state where polls show her tied with Trump.
I really believe it's the most important election of our lifetimes because we've never had a clearer choice.
Earlier, Clinton appeared with President Obama and the First Lady in Philadelphia. Trump joined running mate Mike Pence in Michigan, a traditionally blue state he thinks he can turn red.
We don't need Lady Gaga. All we need is great ideas to make America great again.
Trump also campaigned in Raleigh Monday. He needs the state's electoral votes to help him win the White House.
Both presidential candidates will watch the election night returns in New York City. Clinton's headquarters will be here at the Javits Convention Center, and Trump's will be at a hotel just over a mile away. Clinton has an advantage in the Electoral College thanks to reliably Democratic states, something Trump would need to overcome.
What he's got to do is flip places like Florida for himself, like Ohio, and then also not just North Carolina, but maybe one of those reliably blue states.
At midnight, 3 communities in New Hampshire voted, including Dixville Notch, where Clinton won with 4 votes. Trump came in second with 2.
Polls are also already closed in Millsfield and Hart's Location, New Hampshire. Clinton won Hart's Location. Trump won Millsfield. Here's a live look now again from Chappaqua, New York, where Hillary Clinton is expected to vote this morning near her home. Donald Trump is expected to vote later on this morning in New York. Both candidates will be in Manhattan tonight watching those election results come in. Clinton's running mate Tim Kaine turned out to his polling place very early this morning. In fact, it wasn't even open yet when he first got there. Kaine did eventually get to vote at his local polling place along with his wife. Voters casting their ballots today may notice increased security at polling sites across the country. The beefed up security comes after recent reports that terror groups might be planning an attack in New York and other parts of the U.S. today in hopes of disrupting the election. Department of Homeland Security officials are also taking measures to prevent a cyber attack this election day. Nearly 24 states have seen hacking attempts on their voter databases in the last few months.
Around creating doubt in democracy, doubt in the integrity of the election process.
Security experts say they don't believe a cyber attack could actually change the vote count, but they do say it could cause voter confusion. Today, tens of millions of people across the country plan to make their voices heard at the ballot box, and voters need to know what they can and can't do when they get there. First of all, no selfies in the booth, and you'll want to know ahead of time who to vote for because, especially in California, the ballot is very long this time around.
It's not something we should take for granted.
Actually informing myself, it's our job to do that.
Voters here will decide on 17 state ballot measures, plus county and local issues. If you have an absentee or mail-in ballot and haven't mailed it in yet, just make sure it is postmarked by the end of the day today, or you can drop it off at any polling place. Polls open at 7 o'clock this morning. They close at 8 p.m. If you're in line by 8, even if you're still outside, you'll still get to vote. Thousands of poll observers across the state will keep an eye on the election process today. Sean Bennett joins us live from Elk Grove with some of the things they'll be watching out for. Sean?
Yeah, good morning, Marianne. In fact, they're going to look at a lot of things. In fact, you got to take a course to be able to do so and watch these people come in and vote. Dr. Army Bear expected to vote here in Elk Grove at this elementary school later on this morning. Is expected to arrive here around 7:45. Now, lots of groups routinely observe polls, including international and state organizations, as well as a county grand jury. Now, the California group Vets for Trump sent out a notice for people to print out a badge and take a training course to become poll watchers. In fact, one gentleman says he's not affiliated with the Trump group, but does say he will be volunteering his time as a hotline call taker for poll observers.
You know, every now and then you step up and you go contribute your part, so I thought I would.
I'm a concerned citizen of America. Really, everything was 99% of the time is fine. But, you know, you just want to see how things are running.
Now, Barbara Sloan has observed elections since 2010. She tells us a few years ago, poll workers showed up late to one location, so she reported it, and the registrar handled the situation. Now, observers can observe and take notes, view mail-in and provisional ballot processing, and ask questions of poll workers and supervisors as long as they do not disrupt voting process. Now, observers cannot interfere with the election process or campaign materials, challenge voters, handle election materials, or use a cell phone within 100 feet of a polling place. So that's what you need to know if you're going to be observing. Again, a lot of people are going to be showing up across the country starting at 7 o'clock on the West Coast, at least, Marianne, to begin voting. We'll send it back over to you.
All right, Sean Bennett out there this morning. Sean, thank you. In other news this morning, a former local summer camp counselor faces a long list of child pornography charges. Police arrested 20-year-old University of San Francisco student Sam Kerfoot. They say he had 600 child pornography photos on his computers. Before college, Kerfoot worked as a summer camp counselor at Mission Oaks Park and Recreation Department and at a summer camp run by the San Juan Unified School District. 3 people are under arrest for the deadly shooting outside Sacramento's Capitol Casino early Sunday morning. All 3 of them face numerous charges, including murder and attempted murder of a police officer. And this man, 36-year-old Nicholas Broadway, was killed in the crossfire. Authorities say surveillance video and witness accounts led them to the suspects. Their identities have not yet been released. Caltrans officials say the Across the Top project is 97% done. The last round of the ongoing construction along I-80 north of downtown started Monday. Crews will start working on the westbound bus and carpool lanes closest to the median, and then in 2 weeks they'll switch sides to the eastbound carpool lane. All of that should be finished by mid-December, as long as the weather holds out, which was the delay last time. Keep our fingers crossed that it does wrap up here in a few weeks. Lisa Ortiz with the forecast now on your Tuesday morning. Good morning. Nice day out there expected.
It sure is. Fantastic weather for this Tuesday election day. Live look outside downtown Sacramento this morning, nice and quiet from this vantage point, and we are expecting just a little bit of fog already starting to creep into the valley this morning. Take a look at the fog chart. You can see visibility in around the Stockton area, visibility down to about a quarter of a mile or less. Also seeing some pockets of fog in around Modesto, Marysville, and Sacramento. So just be aware of that. Maybe add a little extra time to your commute. Otherwise, temperatures in the low 50s, so maybe a sweater or light jacket as you head out the door. But afternoon looking fantastic. 50 in Sacramento, 59 in Auburn, 30 in Truckee. Your winds light, and they'll stay light just as we saw yesterday. Really not a whole lot of change these next couple of days. Taking a look at Titan HD, again, just a light band of clouds there you can see kind of moving across the region. We'll call it again, mix of sun and clouds this afternoon. Temperatures maybe a little bit warmer than yesterday, just by a few degrees, but still very pleasant for anything you may have planned. So there's a look at your slice of California. 75 across the valley, 76 in the Delta, 72 in the Bay, 74 through the foothills, and 67 in the Sierra. There's that 7-day forecast. Again, we're going to keep those numbers in the mid-70s, so we're just a few degrees above average for this time of year. 72 in for your Friday, so you'll notice we start to drop those temperatures as we head into the weekend, and we start the work week off with low 70s too. 4:39. Hey, Court.
Hey, good morning, Hood. Nice and quiet out there on the 80s.